you don't accidentally have bones in the wall.
No.
So that was something that was malicious. Yeah.
Can you say one of our names?
I swear I heard Dave.
Can you tell us what your name is?
Doug.
That's what I heard. This is when it gets interesting, because it's what will happen next. What will happen next?
Bong the bell.
I should
Bell the
have had
bong.
as much coffee as I've had.
Oh, yeah, they went off behind you. YouTube, what is up? Paranormal Theory, we are back for another video. As you can see, I'm not with Emily. Emily is taking, she's going back to school in her nursing career to do something else. So tonight she has to study for tests because that's more important. So she's not here with me, but I am not here alone. Making her return for the third or fourth, I've kind of lost count. Medium Bianca Rose.
Hello, everyone.
And there's another person next to you. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the owner of the Ghost Hunter store, Dave Giuliano. How are you?
Doing good.
So, your first time Grand Midway.
Very first time. Looking forward to it. The walkthrough already has me super interested in some locations. So.
And we're in the most haunted room to start, in the canopy room.
Start with the
We've
best.
had some crazy things happen to us in here.
We've had some poltergeist activity, where we got to watch a cat girl literally get tossed across the room.
Yeah, that was probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen happen. And whenever we're on an investigation with Bianca, things just seem to happen. So I'm pretty sure this video is going to be super exciting. And Dave has 3 other people with him. They're not going to actively be investigating with us, but if you see them in shot, just know that there are 3 other people here with us. This is Jeb.
Zeb. my grandmother always called me Jeb.
This is Zeb, Kristen, and Kim. I messed Zeb's name up like 5 times, but I'm gonna edit that out. Put your hand under there again, Bianca.
What's in the jars? Like, I'm afraid to touch the jars.
Right there. It just did it again. So what made it do that?
There's some jars over here too.
There's 3 jars.
Okay, but I got that on film. It was every single one of them.
But what are those?
This is a toy plastic soldier. Can you see that in there?
Yeah, I got a good view of it.
And it's made up like a ghost.
Yeah, but why did every single one?
Just so you know, when I touch this, it's not doing it again.
Yeah,
See this?
they strictly pick up EMF, so there would have been no reason for you touching anything under there that would have set that off. And the first time it was multiple lights, right?
The second time too. It was it was every single light turned blue.
Okay,
All at the same time.
so that's a nice little power surge right there.
Yeah, like it came from the bottom of the bed, like up, like.
I went to look under because I was afraid.
Oh, you know what? You know what's really interesting? Remember that time we were here and we saw the things crawling up, and this is where they were coming through.
Yeah.
What if this is like some type of portal, and that's that energy bursting through?
To me, the soldier seems. They could have just made ghosts out of tissue and put the face on
Oh,
it.
you guys are back
This-
there. Fuck.
Right,
soldier-
the soldier is literally just to hold the little ghost figure.
Or was that more symbolic? There's a soldier. It was the intent there that they had to be soldiers, and then put the ghost on top of like a deceased military. I don't like the being in the jar though.
Why is it? It's like, that's what I'm saying.
What if you open the jar?
What is in the... Let it free. Let it out.
Against my better judgment.
We're all about
Do you want
terrible
us to set
judgment
them
here.
free from the jars? Is that better?
You want to put that up like
I'm
the
letting
middle of
you...
the bed, see what happens.
Okay. I'm setting you free. You can free roam the room now. You're not stuck in the jar under the bed.
All right, just so everyone knows, we were about to start our investigation, and Bianca saw 4 jars underneath the bed here. We're in the canopy room. If you've ever watched our videos before, you know the canopy room at the Grand Midway is the most haunted room in the hotel. There was 4 jars, and she mentioned them, and the lights that we have on the bed that detect EMF fluctuations all lit up blue at the same time, which, Dave, you were saying is like kind of like a pulse.
Yeah, it has to be pretty large too.
Yeah.
Because these are pretty isolated. You have to be
Yeah. No,
close to
they're not really next to each other.
Right.
And then we mentioned it again, but this time she went to go grab it and it pulsed again. So we just opened one of the jars that was under the bed. Could be a bad thing. We'll find out soon, probably. But we're going to see what happens now that we've opened up one of these jars. I've never seen the rope lights all go off at the same time.
It'll happen, but it's a large area. That's an unusual pulse of EMF to suddenly and uniformly, because they weren't different colors.
Yeah, they were all
at the
blue.
same level. So that's, to me, indicates it was one pulse right away, which is kind of interesting. I don't think that was like, that was definitely tied into what you were doing.
Right.
Imagine sleeping here and that energy like pulsing right up through your bed. No wonder like 9 out of 10 people like book it out of here and never make the night.
I've never tried this. This closet was fully sealed, and he had to, pry it open. It was locked, mystery for years, until we finally broke it open, and it was empty.
That's interesting, but why?
Yeah.
Like, who just seals a closet?
Why?
Come on, set the wires off. Let's see it.
Come through the floor. Or the walls.
Something like a rattling or something. You're occasionally down that way.
A growling?
A rattling.
From this floor?
Yeah, I keep hearing.
It's like, is it happy we left the room, or was that like setting that off to say like, hey, like, come back here?
We didn't put the ghost and the jar back under, so maybe we just left that. Assume that we weren't coming back. We could go put that back.
Are you mad about the jar?
I can put it back for you. Put it back right where we found it. That's me. Yeah, if you guys heard an individual beep and you didn't hear it like that,
No.
it was definitely the tripwire.
Yeah, because I heard it was an extended beep.
All right, this is where I got it. Everything's back exactly how it was. Is that okay?
There's 4 jars, correct?
There's only 3.
There's only 3?
Although,
One rolled out of the way.
Yep, so
There's
where...
two here, there's
here's the
one here.
4th,
Oh.
and he's upside down.
Or is that how they were always supposed to be?
Uh,
They were.
So they were supposed to be upside down?
Here you go. Look at the bottom of it. See the glue?
Okay, yeah.
They were glued on the lid. So that's the way it's supposed to be.
There is 4.
All
There
right,
is.
so...
You are correct. There's 4. Put the 4th back on.
Yeah, put the 4th back under and do
Someone-
each corner.
In
Yep.
each corner. I'll do-
Look, we're gonna fix this for you, but in return, I need you to light some stuff up in this room if you can, please.
That's the one that rolled.
My friends are gonna fix the jars for you right now. You better get
Want me
crawling.
to try?
I'm wearing a white dress.
I offer.
At least it's not see-through this time.
That's true. But I'm gonna get extremely
If you get pulled right under the bed,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not helping.
Oh, I got it on film anyway, so that's all that matters.
Do I have
Yeah,
something
corner.
to push it? It's so dusty though.
Corner, Bianca.
Give me a broom or something. Give me an arm to the doll. Give me the
I'm not taking the arm off of this doll.
Uh-oh.
dude.
the bed's got my hair.
What?
Hey, I told you.
My hair. It's all stuck on the wire metal. Someone gonna give me a broom? Are you just gonna leave me under the bed?
Well,
Please don't leave me under here.
I don't know what we have to push it under the bed.
Yeah, because there's nothing super handy.
I'm gonna get something. 'Cause I really don't want to roll through that.
Or you could just do it from this corner right here. This looks a lot easier.
I can crawl into it pretty easy.
Okay.
Dave, come on, I can switch.
Dave is under the bed.
He is now army crawling under the bed.
Moana. Here's the Moana staff. Do you need this hook?
No, it's good now.
It's Maui's hook.
There we go.
All right, so you have all four corners of the bed with jars now. Can you maybe set off a piece of equipment in here to let us know that's what you wanted?
And you got a good show. You made us crawl under the bed.
When I looked under there, your hair wasn't anywhere in that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive. Because that's what I was looking to see if I could reach and
Yeah, I had
undo it.
What is that?
Oh, shit.
I'm like, what
That
is
scared me. I'm like, what?
Even when I mute the sound,
Where's the music?
the alarm goes still through it.
Yeah,
That
I
would've been
had
cool.
you on camera. I didn't see your hair like stuck on the bed.
I felt like it was all in the hooks.
No,
No.
it wasn't.
All right, demon room. It's always a different feeling in this room.
Yeah, like
As soon as you walk in?
Yep. I think it has something to do with this thing.
I got that. Oh, that's not us.
So I was just about to say, do you remember Shannon? Because she's coming back here, and she's sleeping in this room. Are you excited to have her back in here? Ow.
When it starts playing multiple bars, that's even more impressive because that's one hit after another hit after another hit after another hit, back
Each
to
little
back.
note.
No, each bar it'll do like a section of the
Okay.
song. I've seen it a couple times where it's played the whole song through, but that means it's been multiply, tripped.
Can you play the whole song for me? All right. You don't want to talk about that. Thank you. Almost. Can you finish the
Are
song?
you kidding me?
No, that was one hit. That's the section it'll play for one time
Okay.
it's triggered.
Gotcha.
Ew, that was weird.
What?
So I can see Dave's reflection in the TV,
Yeah.
but when I looked, it didn't look like him.
What did it look like?
Like distorted. Like your face was like,
Twisted?
yeah, like.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Do I look distorted? I don't look distorted, right?
I wasn't really, so I've been sitting here. If I go like this, I can see you. But from here, I'm looking right at his. And I looked up. It's not like I had the light in my face. But his face was like,
I've
was
seen
weird.
that a lot. Sometimes I attribute it to like negative spirits, but I think sometimes just strong spirit energy can manipulate your vision, your hearing. Kind of how when we hear the voices, but we're the only one that hears it.
yeah.
It's like kind of just for us. That could have been.
Huh.
There you go.
So you were the one that was doing that?
The whole song.
Thank you for playing the whole song. Just like I asked. I appreciate it. Now can you give us a ding of the bell? So that's not the bell.
That's multiple hits.
That was multiple.
That was 2 triggers right there. It's getting like, that was a little extra strength to whatever triggered that.
And I'm going to place it right on the bed. So it's not like, some people think like when they're using one of these, they could do this.
Yeah,
That
that's
way
what
it sounds
yeah.
like shit.
Yeah.
So we're going to try a digital recorder session. So to the spirits in this room, this little box I'm holding is going to be able to hear your voice. And I don't know the last time that you've been able to hear it. So if you come up to this box and talk as loud and clear as you can, you're going to be able to hear your voice again. I'll let you know when. And then give it like 15 seconds in between, whatever.
Right.
Because it filters out if it doesn't hear anything.
You got a voice activation?
they're built into it.
Right.
That's the cool thing.
But you can.
You take that as it understands.
Well, the American version,
Mhm.
you could toggle that on and off.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that.
I
the
try not to
Chinese
touch
version.
it. All right, setting it on the bed. That was weird. What the hell?
Battery's drained.
Wow.
As I said, the battery's drained. It went off all at the same time.
Now, one's a proximity sensor, the bell. The other one's EMF. They're two different things.
Yeah, what was that?
That was both.
Another one.
I
Maybe it's
literally
excited?
said when it drained the battery and it hit everything.
Now, that's something I haven't seen before. Both of them get tripped at the same time. 3 hits.
Yeah, what was that?
I heard that. It sounded like it was coming from
That
right
was a
here.
growl.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
That was.
Whoa.
Why'd the bed just move?
Whoa.
I just got up off the bed.
Okay.
I was
But
I was leaning on it.
But the growl was not you.
No, it was right here.
What was that?
I'm gonna run Spirit Talker.
We all heard that one. Okay, the bed's gonna move again.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Are you sure? Test it. Test it.
I pushed up like that.
Okay, is that what you felt?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm running Spirit Talker. The device that's sitting here on the bed, you're gonna be able to choose words, and we're gonna be able to hear it. Who are we speaking to right now? Can you give us a name?
I don't know.
Now, in your cases, Dave, have you heard things like that?
Oh, I've heard growls before. That's not uncommon. It's similar to that, but it was deeper.
It was deeper.
So I don't think
That sounds sandy. Like,
Yeah, like sandpaper. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's really attracted to that music.
Sure it wasn't this getting moved? Like poltergeist activity?
I didn't see it move.
But we all heard it.
We
Yeah,
heard
we
that,
all
but
heard
I
it.
still think the sound was deeper.
It
You'll
was.
you'll hear it on the video. That's
Yeah.
gonna pick it up no problem.
That's crazy.
Feeling like it's
It
someone
feels-
young,
It feels so different in here now.
like a
It
child.
does feel different. I'm wondering if that growl was it being pissed off and then like moving away from us. Because that's after, yeah.
that kind of makes sense.
After
so-
that happened, that's when, after we heard the growl, that's when the mood changed.
It did. It definitely changed. It's
Okay.
a whole different shift in here. So where'd you go? Did you go back to the Ouija board room?
So now you think this would be more difficult because it's a lantern and a bell. It's recognizable things. This wouldn't be recognizable to a spirit.
The children are heard.
What?
The
We
children
were
are
just
heard.
talking about children. While that goes off at the same time, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because they're not close enough to where they're going to interfere.
Now what triggers this? What kind of energy do you know?
I
Theory is spirit is going to choose what comes through.
It's like an obulus. It's a word bank.
They're
Okay.
gonna pick what words. You know, there's
Gotcha. So
say
it's just,
500 words in that word bank. They
Gotcha.
get to pick.
This is why I sold my obulus, because
so
I
they
get
can just
better
put,
results with
yeah,
that.
they can just put the words together.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much same concept as an obulus. You want it to be. What makes it paranormal is you want it to be an intelligent conversation. It needs to be valid to the questions.
Yeah,
we're
like it'll
asking.
say random shit like I'm from the 1300s, like whatever.
We need to try the Tempest in here at one point.
What is the Tempest?
It's like the obelisk, only it's got some
A
better
word bank?
voices. Well, it's got tens of thousands of words in it, but
Okay.
it's got different voices you can pick. So if you want to hear like a male, female
Keep
child,
walking.
now that doesn't seem to fit,
Right.
but that's right after.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, did you have to keep
It's-
walking over to that?
What's the song name?
When the ants come marching in, that's what I think of. That's like the song.
Okay, well, marching's like walking, like keep walking.
Oh.
That might be it.
But it's like
That
when
might be
this-
trying to force that to fit.
I know, but I
Yeah,
just thought
so-
that was funny. Like,
I mean, that is very interesting, though.
are you trying to like tell us the name of the song? Do you recognize it? If you recognize it, hit the bell.
What's the proper name for it? It's like when the saints come.
When the
marching
saints
in.
come marching
Yeah.
in.
When the saints come marching in. You gonna finish the song for me?
I don't know the lyrics. I forgot. Can you finish it?
What was that?
That wasn't you.
No one heard that.
No, I heard it.
I heard it too.
I thought that was you.
I thought it was you too.
No, it sounded like a little girl.
Yeah.
Or something.
That was a child.
What was that?
That was I Have the Chills.
My name is Virginia.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
wow.
Hi, Virginia. We heard your voice.
It was like 3 words.
Yeah.
It was like boop boop boop.
There you go.
That was not me.
Yeah, so I thought that was you, but
It was like. Meh, 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 meh. I don't know what they said. I don't know what she said. Virginia.
hi, Virginia.
It's nice to meet you.
That was wild though. We all reacted together. So you all heard it.
I definitely heard that, and it came from behind you, because I thought that was you talking. Because I'm looking this
It sounded
way.
Like maybe like, can you help me?
There's multiple words. All right, so we are all at the main dining table on the first floor at the Grand Midway. Bianca is in her room right now with headphones on, listening to answers. So what we're going to do is Dave's going to run his portal. We're going to ask questions, and we have 2 cameras running looking at her right now to kind of line up our questions and see if she can get the answers. So Dave, fire that thing up. Let's do it.
As we're setting this up and getting stuff, we might get a couple loud bangs, booms, but AM it is.
You guys want to talk in AM, huh?
The sisters. Oh, my hand is ice cold.
I heard Bianca.
They want you to talk. No one's watching you.
Can you tell us what room our friend Bianca is in?
What's the name of this place? Midway. I heard Midway. Did you hear that?
I heard Midway.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
It was a woman. Midway.
Hello, Darkly.
We have Shannon. She's finally here. And we are in the vampire suite. And as you can see,
I've been summoned.
she's been summoned. Coffins. It wasn't on video, but I smashed my forehead coming into here. Sorry, Bianca.
Oh, that was your forehead?
Yeah, that was my head.
I thought it was like your leg or
No,
something.
no,
Wow.
it was.
Sounded like a head. That's
It was.
Now that I think about it, it kind of did sound like a head, didn't it? Wow.
That was my head. And you know what's the worst part about it is, at every investigation, I hit my head on something.
Someone has to, though.
Yep,
Hazing.
it is a hazing, and now I have a headache.
That was me whispering.
So, Dave, explain what you have in your hand to the audience.
This is the Tempest. It has data banks of words, some phrases, even some stuff in Spanish. See, they have degrees. And it'll also do, something's coming across, Navy. You can pick the different voices you want. It's like human voices, not robot. So this is like adult female. It'll also pick up EMF, and you can set the temperature so it'll trip and give you an alarm if the temperature changes whatever you set it. You can say, I have it set for 10 degrees. And the whole time you're using this, the temperature, humidity, dew point, barometer are always on the screen. And every 2 seconds, everything you see, including the words, are logged onto the memory card. So it's you could actually just leave this somewhere and then come back and know everything that you got.
I find it interesting that it said colleagues the second you turned it on, because Ryan just hit himself in the face with the camera.
Wow.
I find it interesting because it said colleagues, and we are all colleagues. That was the first, like, it's acknowledging, they are acknowledging we are colleagues. We all work together.
Shannon has the ha-has.
I am
So are we talking to someone who was in the brothel? Are you trying to meet up to work? Portal?
Portal.
Is this Ram a portal?
Did someone open up something in this room? I feel like in the past I talked about this room and how
Renewal?
they did some sort of conjuring in
Renewal.
here.
Now, are all these words like coming up because of fluctuations in the environment?
It's supposed to be triggered by any of the fluctuations up here or the EMF. When you're logging everything in, you can look to see what were any changes in any of the data that triggered that word potentially. Gotcha. And then look for patterns of it.
Buyer?
Buyer. Competitors?
Oh, so if we're talking to someone who worked in the brothel, it might be thinking that you two...
I'm not competing.
Centuries.
I'm not competing for anything.
She's not even in a coffin.
I'm not in the box, okay, Jane?
This is your competitor. The one with the horns.
Hey.
Oh, why is that a different voice?
Impure. Because now it's in a different mode.
Impure.
There's the human voices, and then when some of the other older... What the... Ingersoll. Impure Ingersoll.
I don't even know what that means.
I have no idea what that means either. Aphasic? What kind of words are coming across here?
It's said to be more evidential.
It's kind of creepy that we got impure and now we're getting these like...
Words that we're going to have to like ask Dr. Google.
Yeah. What?
Melodramatic.
Oh, okay.
That sounded completely different.
That did.
It's like, chill out.
All right, so we are doing duos, and I am with Dave. Come closer because you're behind the curtain again.
There we go.
There he is.
The man behind the curtain.
Man behind the curtain. But we are in duos. Dave and I are in the Canopy Room, which is rumored to be the most haunted room in the whole Grand Midway Hotel. And Shannon and Bianca are in the Demon Room doing their duo right now. So, Dave, show off some of this equipment that you got here that people can purchase on your site.
All right, we're focusing heavy on the bed here. So I try to get stuff that would be... This is exactly how I would set it up at any investigation. I like to put a lot of different technology here. So this is the new tripwire. Each module is an EMF meter unto itself, all powered by the same power source. Let's see if I can get the sound to go off. Now there's sound included. So when these pick up anything, they'll flash colors that equal a certain range of EMF. They'll also make a sound. So if you're not right in front of it, instead of having to always look around for different colors flashing here and there, behind you, you'll know that that went off just by the sound, which is like a great feature to add in there. Dead bell. That's probably one of my favorite things right now because of I like trigger props, and that is a trigger prop that many centuries of people are going to recognize. And it's just like a REM pod where it's a proximity sensor, or you can manually touch it. And all I do is just slightly turn it on so you can see it's not even picking me up with the proximity sensor. So if I get that to ring now, it's something that's significant enough that I can't just explain away because of the settings or I was too sensitive or anything like that. The crystal pod, proximity sensor, This one is the Midnight Edition. It's covered with black tourmaline and smoky quartz. So you're getting the protection that they provide, as well as the aesthetics as well. But works great in conjunction with the Seer. Now this is going to be harder to trigger. I don't know if I'm even going to get it.
Yeah, that's the static one,
Yeah,
right?
this is the static. So when you're using this, this will not be triggered by anything. It's like EMF or the REM field. Other static devices do pick up things because they're still on that EMF spectrum. This is strictly static. So what the combo is, you want to see one of these go off without the other one going off. So if you see this light up and that's not picking up anything, you know it's a strictly static signal that's picking up. This device that we've been getting a lot of activity with tonight, the Pararam. It could be an EMF meter giving you colors indicating certain levels of readings. It can be a REM pod, which is what's set for now. So when I get close, it's going to trigger the music. Or it can do both. It can do no sound, it can do the REM pod sound, or you can play one of 9 songs. So the songs you can really fit to the area. I think last night in the demon room we were using Amazing Grace.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's it's each one you kind of be a little more creative with the music you pick. But this seems to be a popular thing with the spirits too, and it's a fairly recognizable device because it's a lantern shape. The colors seem to attract things, and the music definitely brings something in. So it's like a little bit of everything here. So any spirits that want to, let us know that they're here, they have a bunch of things to choose from. And it's stuff that, it's going to be audible, visible, all the different senses. So you're going to be able to just sit back and kind of watch the stuff if you want to, do surveillance, or if you want to interact and ask the spirits to interact with you. These do both. So it's a nice little selection here.
Look, you took 3 batteries of ours. So what I'm going to ask is, since you have all that energy, can you maybe start using it for us right there?
Right on cue.
Thank you. Okay, so that was a light.
That was the first pod. So it was EMF. It was blue, so you're talking roughly around 2 to 3 milligauss. So low level, but still shouldn't be happening without triggering any of the other devices.
Yeah, that's what I thought was weird. It was just
Right.
that.
So that was a very specific signal, just in that small area.
Something just moved behind me. I heard it tick.
I hope it wasn't her.
I'm really hoping it's not her because I'm running. But I heard it. Are you in the closet? That was my foot. That was my foot. But not that. That came from in the closet. Can you move something? Again, my feet. The floors are very...
There's nothing loose in there, right? Because he just moved her around. Nothing that would be...
Yeah, there's not... It was like a... It sounded like... kind of like that. Like something... I don't know. I don't know how he slept in this room last night.
Like a baby, apparently.
Yeah, and then his luggage falls off the chair, and he's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you could look at that chair. There's no way the luggage is right there. That was sitting flat and evenly back on the chair. There's no way that slipped off by itself.
Yeah.
So, and he didn't get out of bed to look.
Nope.
He just rolled back over and said, oh, I'll check in when it's daylight.
Psychopath.
I don't know. Some people have that tolerance. I slept with the lights on. So,
So did I. My light was on.
I feel really weird with her on my back.
Well, you also are next to the haunted mirror, too.
Yeah, that's true. I got everything around here. The Ouija board. Huh.
This room is relentless.
In this light, looking over there, that nun takes on a completely different
Yes.
look. It doesn't even look like the same one.
Mhm.
Her face looks different. I don't know. It almost looks like she's wearing glasses. I'd still like to know the story behind that. Because it does look like that mark that's on the forehead. Someone put that there intentionally and then put
I think
red
he
paint
said
on it.
he got it at a yard sale.
I think someone was trying to turn it into one of the saints by doing like the stigmata on the forehead.
Yeah, but does it work like that?
No, not really.
I don't think you could just turn things into saints.
Yeah, you can't change the clothes and add features
Yeah.
on it now. So, without seeing the other hand and knowing what she was holding, you can't really tell who she was. She could have been St. Teresa if she was holding flowers, but that hand is pretty mangled. And she still has Bianca's holy water and rosary there too.
Yep.
So
Yeah, so the thing about all those boards is they've been dropped off by people that did not want them in their homes anymore. So they just literally left them here. He doesn't know what they've done with them, what's with them. It's all a mystery. And every single board has the planchette on it.
you got this one's definitely an older board. You can tell how it's made and the rounded corners like that. It's thinner. It's like more condensed. This one's a newer one, so is that one. That one's probably cardboard and not particle board. But the older ones a lot of times are more interesting, but they've also been used probably longer and more too. So
Yeah.
that can add to it. It's easy for people to spook themselves with these things too. It takes one person to push a yes no for a spooky kind of question,
Mm-hmm.
just to play a joke on a sibling or a spouse.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, they're here.
But I also feel like I've always felt like you can create your own problems with your intention and your energy, especially using a Ouija board.
Definitely. If you're playing around or you're say one person is being malicious and causing it, that's negative intention. That could, catch the eye of something negative that may be around. These are just boards with the alphabet numbers on it. Nothing special about them, but the intent and how they're used and the opportunity for spirits to come through and the different types of spirits. It's being the wrong place, the wrong time, doing the wrong thing.
You could take a piece of paper and a pen and
Absolutely.
draw one and use a quarter as a planchette and do the same thing.
And it would accomplish the same exact thing. So
Yeah.
It's not that these are bad, it's how they're used overall. They make ones that are oracle boards now, they make ones for kids, different colors. So it's just not, the Ouija board can be used safely, but it can be misused. So in my mind, I'd rather just not mess with it because am I using it properly or not? I don't want to find out that I'm not the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
I know when we have cases with this stuff, we take them just so that people won't use them again. We won't do anything to help them. The spirit activity stops and they want to be sure it's gone, so they whip out the Ouija board just to check. And they invite something back in. Happens too many times. So it's like, we're just going to take that with us and we're going to eliminate that
My problem happened from the Ouija board, and now that it's gone, I'm going to use a Ouija board to make sure the problem's gone. That makes zero sense.
Exactly, but I'm in double digits worth of cases that's exactly what happened. So it's making sense doesn't always factor into this stuff.
No.
But I don't know. It's like he's giving them a good home. They're out on display. There's nothing wrong with how this is set up. I'm leaning right on the bureau.
Yeah.
I don't feel uncomfortable around any of this.
But
stuff.
it
I've
also
already
goes
touched
into
them.
your intention.
Right. Exactly.
You're not trying to fester up, something right now. You're just
Right.
talking about them.
And sometimes it is people who innocently are using it. Maybe they are sensitive or psychic and they just don't know they are or how much.
Yeah.
That maybe it's in a location that they're unfamiliar with and they're using it in the wrong place at the wrong time. And it only takes one time to catch the attention of something not so nice.
Since we're not getting any activity with the equipment, let's try
And we were buying them enough time. I've been speaking about the Ouija boards.
I know,
They had
yeah.
plenty of time to go over there and touch
And
stuff.
which is weird though, because that's why I think this type of situation right now lends this equipment credibility. Because last night we had that stuff on the bed, and those lights were lighting up like all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
And we're not doing anything different now than we were last night. Like, we're not running anything.
Right.
All right, this is Ryan and Dave in the canopy room. We have the lights on the bed right now, and we saw last night that they were all lit up blue. Can you tell us why that happened or how that happened? What do you tell the people in this room when they're playing with the Ouija boards? You got a question, Dave?
What is your favorite object in this room? Do you know who the statue is of, the nun statue? Is it a saint? Is it just a generic nun? Do you know who it could be?
Stopping?
My ears are starting to pop. Pressure change.
Yeah. Usually when things are about to happen, I get a buzzing in my ear.
Alright, this is Ryan and Dave in the canopy room. We have the lights on the bed right now, and we saw last night that they were all lit up blue. Can you tell us why that happened or how that happened?
Ooh.
What do you tell the people in this room when they're playing with the Ouija board? You got a question, dude? What is your favorite object in this room? Do you know who the statue is? The nun statue. Is it a saint? Is it just a generic nun? Do you know who it could be?
That was right on top, right after I finished.
There's a lot of talking in this.
There was something after your first question, too.
Yeah. This doesn't record unless it's hearing something. So we ask our questions, and there's, like, we're not speaking. Something's talking. It's just really hard to kind of, and maybe when I edit the video, I'll be able to kind of take some stuff out and add it.
At
And
least 2 times you can hear, it doesn't sound like just noise, you can hear words.
yeah.
But it's too distant and gravelly to make
Yeah. But what I want to try is I'm going to put, we'll run another session, but I'm going to put the recorder on the bed in the middle.
Okay.
So, who's out there right now?
There's nobody in the hallway, but I hear more footsteps.
Wait, there's no one in the hallway?
There's no one in this hallway.
No, you're kidding me.
But I heard.
Dude, what?
I know. When I walked out here, I heard steps down there, but there's no one here.
Hello? No, that's upstairs, but no, it sounded like it was right here.
Yeah.
Like,
It was right. Yeah. It was definitely. And it was this direction. When I walked out, that's the first direction I looked. There was no one there.
Who were we just hearing out here? Can you tell us your name? Do you like us in the canopy room?
I recorded something because you could see
I
the
know, yeah,
blinking
it did.
light.
Who were we just hearing out here? Can you tell us your name? Do you like us in the canopy room?
What the
Hmm.
Why'd it just scream?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. That was loud. That wasn't just something moving across the speaker. That was a little bit louder.
I
Right.
intentionally keep my pinky out so people know I'm not like scratching it, because a lot of people will scratch the bottom
Right.
of their recorder. But do you ever see this photo?
Oh, wow.
You see the woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they see behind the canopy.
Oh, wow.
And actually, the first day I came here, we're in this room and I see the picture, and Nick mentions, he looks familiar, and we realize that he was here with us. And we're like, "Are you the guy in the picture?" And he's like, "Yeah, that was me."
And what was that? Right over here, right?
Yeah, it was that one right there.
Yeah, that's definitely something there. That can't be anything else. I was looking at the pattern of the paper and stuff.
It's not like pareidolia.
Nah, I don't think so. Huh. Sometimes you catch it in the weirdest place. Something you wouldn't normally be looking at. Because when I'm looking at that picture, I'm drawn down here, expecting maybe I see her winking or something.
Yeah.
You know? But
It's like, just so you guys can see. There's like obviously a woman behind the canopy right there. Hence the name, the canopy room. It is almost like something that was in there left, and we literally heard it leave.
yeah. Totally different feeling than yesterday. That's weird. It's not that it's like it's empty. It's like it's devoid of anything. There's
Yeah.
no feeling whatsoever.
No.
It's just static.
Yep.
And that's not what last night was. Even earlier today, walking in there was something to feel.
Now, would that kind of prove to you intelligence? Or can that also be a residual thing where it's just like everything's gone?
It could be anything. It always makes me a little nervous when all the feeling of a location is suddenly gone. When you know, it's different when you walk into a room you've never been in and you don't feel anything.
Yeah.
We've been here in this room. We've had equipment go off. We've been in and out all day, and there's been energy in there. Now it's all gone. It's like, where did it go and why? I just get a little suspicious.
This room's interesting too. This is the room where they found the human remains.
The bones?
Yeah.
The wall?
Yep. And I think what would be interesting is they've never been able to find out this person's name, anything about them, or anything, but 5 or 6 cadaver dogs all hit on the same spot.
Okay, so.
And it was sent out for testing, the bones, and they came back human.
Were they able to tell age or anything like that?
I don't think so. They were so old. But they were all found behind this bookshelf, or one of these. I think it was this one. There was like a hole in the wall. They actually...
You don't accidentally have bones in the wall.
No.
So that
No,
was
that's-
something
that's
that
on
was
purpose.
malicious. Yeah.
All right, so this device in my hand, if you come up and speak to it very loud and clearly, we're going to be able to hear your voice. Normally, we can't see or hear you. So this device will not hurt you. It's just here to help you. Can you tell us your name and why are you still here?
How old are you?
Can you tell us what they found in the wall?
Are you stuck here?
Stop it.
Feeling a little wobbly in here.
Yeah. I was going to say the same thing. I feel like I'm falling this way.
Yep.
Could be just because of the
Yeah, the floors are.
the whole place is like slanted.
Alright, so this device in my hand, if you come up and speak to it very loud and clearly, we're going to be able to hear your voice. Normally we can't see or hear you. But this device will not hurt you, it's just here to help you. Can you tell us your name and why are you still here? How old are you?
That's something.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us what they found in the wall? Are you stuck here?
So there's two spots in there. It sounded like there was something.
Yeah. See, like, I'm wondering if there's a difference between when you're holding it and when it's sitting still.
Let's give it a shot again.
Put it on her.
Yeah. Conveniently, she's right there.
You're going to be our subject. All right, putting it down, backing off of it. All right, we have the device. It's going to be sitting on the little doll right here. Again, if you're stuck here, can you tell us why?
What's your name? Can you tell us what they found in this room? Still feeling wobbly.
Mm-hmm. What type of animal was in this room? Stop. It's me.
Down. Alright, we have the device. It's going to be sitting on this little doll right here. Again, if you're stuck here, can you tell us why? What's your name? Can you tell us what they found in this room? What type of animal was in this room?
That's so weird.
Yeah. I mean, because you don't notice you're moving.
Yeah, but I'm not.
When you're holding it,
Yeah, like I hold it like this.
When you're listening to the two together, it sounds like one you're shaking it while you're recording, the other one it's perfectly still, but that's not the case.
That makes me wonder.
Are you part of the antenna?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I was going to say.
That's
Is
the only thing.
it something have to do with when a human is holding this with their energy that's almost preferred or needed to communicate through a recorder?
There's now that's twice now. There's a definite difference.
Yeah,
it's night and day when you're not holding it.
Yeah,
and
and
when
that
you're
just
holding
lit
it.
up.
The hallway one?
Yeah. I think I might have caught it.
That's still recording too. So that should have it.
Or something. But yeah, that makes me wonder, like does the human, like, touch of these things help? Because, like, that's why literally when I'm recording, I'm holding it out here, like, literally doing this. And my fingers are off it. I'm not
rubbing against.
No, not the.
Right. That makes sense. That it's you become part of the device in a way. And using your energy, you're attached to it. Maybe you become part of like the bone conducting microphone, something along those lines.
And it's like kind of interesting to think about is, are we able to, say, ask a question with these, think about the answer, and it come up audibly into a recorder?
I would think that it's possible. I mean, at this point, with any of the stuff we're investigating, there's all theories. That one's that's crossed my mind before. I've heard other people say it. So, I mean, it's just as likely as a possibility as a spirit talking.
Yeah, like can we create
right
the actual ghost?
And you're actually, when you're physically holding it, are you, with that connection, are you able to imprint what you think the answer should be, or some kind of connection right on there?
Yeah.
Because you're having the physical connection right to the device.
Yeah.
It sounds like a valid theory. That's something to keep testing. I like that.
Damn.
I told you,
That's the door.
Holy
honestly,
shit.
I
from
told you
this
it's the door.
side,
That's horrifying.
and you
I
don't
was right there. He
You
was
don't
laying
hear
here.
this
He was sitting.
un-
No,
unlock
it
at
was
all.
just you
And
hear the hinges though, like
Yeah. I told you it was so loud. And my first response is I did that because I thought I moved it on the floor. So we tried to recreate it.
Yeah.
And we couldn't.
So it has to be closed and latched in order for it to stay, because this floor is slanted.
Yeah.
It will just swing back open.
No, there was
So
a
I kept
there was
trying
a
to close
force on the other side of that door to open
And that's
that
why I
thing.
thought that it was Dave, like, trying to muscle his way in, because I was like,
But
oh,
have to have the doorknob turning.
yeah. And
Yeah,
there was,
you don't even hear it.
Yeah.
It
don't
doesn't.
hear it now.
It doesn't turn at all.
Thank you for being here.
Go.
We've got to go. Door, door, door. All right. That is a wrap for the Grand Midway. Thank you, Bianca, for setting everything up for us.
Of course.
Being in another video. Door, door,
Door,
door.
door.
And let's not forget the Queen of Darkness.
Who's that? Me?
You.
The Queen of Darkness.
Make sure you follow the Queen of Darkness on all of her social medias that I will link in the description below. The same thing with me. Cut. And medium Bianca Rose. And book a reading with her. You even did one here.
I did. I did a reading today. A local knew that I was here and came to see me.
That is
Which is
really
cool.
cool. And what made this video really special is we had one person come out. It's kind of rare. The ghost hunter store guy, Dave Juliano.
In the wild.
In the wild. We had a pretty cool experience in the canopy room, so that was really cool to do with you. And
That was a great experience all weekend. So
yeah, no,
cool
it's
stuff.
been cool. And make sure you go onto his website, which will also be in the link in the description. Buy all of his stuff for all of your spooky needs. And I don't know if you've ever watched any of our episodes, but when we say goodbye to the people, what do we normally say?
Goodbye.
What's your theory?
Oh, really? I never watched any of the episodes. Sorry. Ready? What's your theory?
And I'm not going to edit any of that out, just so you guys know he's never watched this shit. See ya.